Hello everyone, this is Just Coffee Art Cafe with an announcement and somewhat of a journal entry. This topic is somewhat relevant to art, for I am gonna soon start a new chapter. Now, please don't take it like I am not gonna be alive or I'm gonna end posting. It is nothing like that, but I am gonna start being a little busy, especially because this pertains to college, because it is me attending college. I am officially a student at college. Now, without further ado, let's get started. But first, I'd like to offer my deepest apology for this appearance and bedroom appearance. As you all know, it's been quite hectic here and very stressful and energy draining. I've been struggling so much for these past 2 years, and to find this opportunity open in front of me, I had to go to that door. I had to go open it and continue. Because this is actually something that I've been wanting to do ever since I graduated from high school back in 2016 June. Now, those were the times where I was dealing with so much crap. Oh boy, good old times when I didn't want to be there around the idiots. But as I was saying, story time, just a little story time. So, after I graduated from high school back in 2016 of June, my plan was to go to college because I was already there. I was already filling out the application and whatever they needed from me. But what stopped me from continuing, and this probably may offend you guys, or I may not offend, but more like, why did you do that? Are you stupid? What are you? Like, what? So, I saw this girl. She was my bully during those high school times, during sophomore, junior, and senior. Yeah, I saw her at the college. How did I see her? When I was filling out the application, I turned over just because, I don't know, sometimes you get that little feeling, hey, look over here. So I turned over, I saw her. I was like, oh no. My head started brewing up the memories that I've had with this chick. Now, I don't want to get into that topic, but I'm just gonna kind of give you a little segment of it, just explaining why. I mean, bully should say enough. So she was my bully since sophomore, junior, and senior. Always making these comments, always talking about me every time we're switching classes. Everybody is, everywhere. And then there she is, walking down the hall with her little, snotty friends. She's over here, chit chat, looking at me, chit chat, looking at me. So obviously, it's like I don't even need to know what they were talking about because obviously they're looking at me, so they're talking about me. It's like, oh my god. And during that time, guys, I was not like now. Okay, before I continue saying anything else, I was vulnerable during that time. I was positive minded, but I was not as positive minded as now. So I was vulnerable at the same time. So I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to turn lemon into lemonade. So I'm over here like and this is for another video. High school times. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about it because those were the most crappy times of my life. But, after graduation was just a weight off my shoulders, and now I kind of look at high school, or it's that nostalgic feeling whenever you re-enter your old school. It's like, oh, I miss those idiots. Oh yeah, I remember I was hanging over there by that by that room, or I was over here in that hallway. But anyways, before I start going to different parts of whatever that's sort of related, not related to this topic of the video, but yes. So I was like, no, I am not continuing this, because I didn't know what college was gonna be like. I kinda knew that college was gonna be a little different, but not in a sense where I 100% thought, yeah, college is different. I was still thinking it was gonna be like high school, because when I saw that girl, I was like, no, I don't need another 2 years of dealing with this crap, because I've already dealt with enough of that crap. I mean, and it wasn't just her. This other girl at high school already wanted to fight me, and for what? I didn't do anything. I was just there, and she like, you want to fight, and she's over here getting up in my face, and I'm like, and thankfully the bell had rung, and I was trying to go to my next class, and then, like, I don't know what she said. She muttered something, and she just walked away. Like she was one of those that, she was the short girl, and she was like, who would fight me? And I'm just like, I forgot her name, but I remember I had her in one of my classes. And that was in, I don't know if it was freshman year when I was at Graham. I'm sure you guys know, or probably not, but in my channel Lolly Jenna, I talk about Graham, which was actually a school I was attending during my 5th and 6th and freshman year. So make sure you go check that out, that way you guys know what I'm talking about. But when I was at that school, eventually you guys are gonna find out my real name, okay? But she's over here not mocking my name, but over here just because my name is, I'm just gonna spill it, Virginia. My name is Virginia, okay? She was over here making these really nasty nicknames, and vulnerable me and innocent me at that time, because she was like, is that your name? Is that your name? I'm like, yeah. And I didn't know I'm not gonna even say it, but it was a dirty word that I did not know what. Yeah, anyways. God. Anyways, those were the freaking times. But anyways, that can go for another video, okay? Right now, I'm just trying to talk about college, but I keep talking about these other things. So... So anyways, I did not continue with it. And I know it's not something that I should have done. I know people would have told me, and I've had people tell me, you shouldn't have let her intimidate you. And it's like, well, I didn't know at the time. I was still growing up. I was, I think, 20 when I graduated, because I'm 28. 2016. Yeah, I was like 20, going on 21. So I was still growing up. But, and not that I'm trying to beat myself, but I had been thinking to myself, like, I really wish that I had the same mindset right now. But during that time of year, I wish I was like that, like how I am right now. That, I don't give a damn. I don't care who the hell's there, my bully and whatnot. It's like, you know what? I don't freaking care. because obviously I grew up. I turned lemon into lemonade, knowing how to deal with shit. So it's like, so, anyways, that happened again, and I regret it. I regret it because I didn't have the same, mindset as now. But you know what? I'm still young. I'm still pretty young. I'm 28 years old. I still have a long life. To me, it's like, well, what I did do after I graduated was I went to vocational school. I went to medical, just to kind of see if this is something I really want to do. To do something instead of just, not doing anything with my life, even though, yes, I'm an artist. I'm a self-taught artist. I am a singer-songwriter. I'm a paranormal enthusiast. I'm a lot of things. But, of course, you can't just, not do anything. And again, college was something that I wanted to do, but I let that girl intimidate me, so I just kind of like backed off and chickened away. But I went to vocational school, which was only, I think, 7 months, I think, and I graduated from there. So I still did something, and it's sort of like a college in a way. It's a trade school, so I did something, I just kind of like blank. I'm sorry for all of these pauses. Just understand that it's not something that I'm happy about. It's just, again, I'm not living on my own. I have little time to myself. Again, as I mentioned, there are so many things that I have to do here that has been taking me away from doing things. So right now I'm just kind of like rushing it, and I wish I didn't have to be rushing it, because it's like, it's normal that, your mind is gonna be trying to push as much stuff, and it's like there's only so much that your mouth can talk, and you want to sputtering and stuff. But anyways, so, and that is something that I wanted to also speak about in this video, about moving. And I'm not talking about Washington State, because that is a whole other chapter, but it's relevant to a new chapter, which again, going to college is a new chapter. Now, what's part of that chapter is just a consideration, a thought, secretly a plan, because I really think that it will do so good. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but okay, so with me being a student already, I am going to start in June, which is summer. Okay. Now, I did apply for financial aid, and it had been 2 years without work, so I should qualify for that, which meaning I am gonna qualify. If I qualify for financial aid, I am gonna be able to do work study, which they offer $15.50 as a part-timer, which the only maximum of hours that you can work is 19 hours, which to me is fine, because it's understandable. With that, it's like, I don't know if it's weekly or bi-weekly, but even with that, it's like I'm able to, do both. I've been struggling to find a job, but now, hoping and praying, and I should qualify for financial aid, I'll have a freaking, job, a part-time job in campus. That's what I prefer, in campus. And the positions I looked at, they were in campus, so that is great. it's even, better. And I was gonna mention that with this being the topic, college and life and all that, I found these apartments. I was thinking, in thought, why don't you look for an apartment that is nearby the college? That way you're not, I mean, again, as mentioned before, I don't have a car. And that's the only thing. But again, with work study, it should be great. Of course, you gotta make sure that you're not, overspending and stuff. But yeah, I was considering on getting this apartment because it's actually a drive down away from my college. It's not that far. And I think it would be feasible. Now, the pay, this in this particular room, or however you call it, this apartment that costed 748. Okay, that's the monthly pay, but that's not including light and internet. But even with that, it's not that bad in comparison to 1,200, 1,300, apartment pay. This is actually kind of affordable if you think about it. And this in particular, this room is actually located upstairs. It's not a very ginormous building or very tall or anything. It's just a normal sized building, but it's located on the top. Of course, you gotta go for the upstairs. It's actually a lot better instead of being downstairs, which is why I am hoping that it will be available once I start work study, because it's like, I do want to be independent. I want to start being independent. I'm already a 28-year-old. I haven't had that, you know what I mean? That freedom. And as you can see, again, I'm having to rush my videos. I mean, of course, if I have to rush my videos because I have to go to a, whatever, I mean, of course, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm just rushing right now because I have to start getting ready at 3:30 because I have somewhere to be. I have to go somewhere. So, yeah, that's why I'm kind of rushing right now. So that's a thought, but secretly a plan. But it all varies on how much I have during the semester, because I know that I have my own goals too. Again, I want to live in Washington State, I want to live in the Netherlands, but of course not all at the same time. So we're talking about having to save here, and then because car and this and that. So that's why it's like, okay, but right now, where this that you're looking at right now, this is just my room. This is not my house. I mean, it's my parents' house. I'm living under their house, but it's like, I would love to have that, freedom to, that way, I'm not, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not feeling hesitant. I'm not feeling like anxious that, oh my god, they're gonna come soon, or limited on time. Of course, like, again, I know when things pop up, like, oh hey, I gotta go to the doctors, or oh hey, I'm meeting up with friends, oh hey, I'm gonna go to the console, I'm just trying to shoot a video for you all. I mean, that's a whole other deal. But with mommy and daddy coming home, it's impossible to shoot a video, obviously, when my mom's home, because yeah. So there are things and reasons why, being independent is good. Especially when you are a YouTuber. You are a YouTuber, and, you do things that you love to do. And when you're still living with mommy and daddy, it can be a little difficult. I mean, it all depends on how your parents are, if you know what I mean. And again, as I mentioned about my parents, I'm not so you all can think that they're terrible, okay? I mean, I know what their choices of, keeping all these freaking dogs is not the best choice, but I still love my mom and dad. They're not abusive, they're not nothing, but they can lack the understanding. So, as a reminder, guys, understand that the reason why I'm just kind of like pausing a lot, or my words sound rushed, or they sound funny, or just different things, like it seems jagged. Understand, again, I'm not comfortable even though my parents are not here, but it's that feeling like you're being rushed, okay? And I know that, of course, I'll mention to you guys, like, once I have my own apartment or whatever, if something comes up, hey guys, just know that I am gonna be doing this or that, so I'm kind of rushing right now, but I didn't want to miss out on shooting a video for you all, because you guys are wonderful. Because you guys are. And that's why I want to shoot this video for you. And I want to also let you all know that I do plan on doing some weekly journal entries, which is why I am talking about this new chapter. It is another journal entry. I know I had previously made vlogs, and I really just, thought about, what, trying to do them weekly, but I can't guarantee that, like I've mentioned before, because of the way things are right now. So please understand. And, with having my own apartment, you can tell, or you would know that things are going to be a lot better. You're independent, you're not having to worry about, parent being over your shoulder trying to look over, like, what are you doing, or eavesdropping, and you feel like you're in this little small space and you're trying to do something and you can't. And that's, one of the reasons why I haven't been making any, progress in, with my vocals for my music. Now, I had mentioned about that too. I wanted to release the album in October of this year, but we'll have to see, because with this, and of course hoping that again I qualify for work study, because it's not even a thought at this rate. It's more like a consideration and wanting to, because I feel like it would benefit me. Obviously, it would benefit me, because it's like I have my own privacy. I am not gonna be, feeling anxious, because, and again, it's not so you all can think that my parents are, terrible. I know that there's flaws. They have flaws, but, I still love them. And they're not abusive, okay? And then I can finally have a better setup, and my setup is terrible. As you can see, my microphone is in front of me and I'm like away, because I don't want to, the moment that you move closer to the microphone, I guess the bass turns on or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, and the small table is a no, because I'm having to do this. That's why I'm always like this, because it's a small area. I can barely even do anything, and this chair is already breaking. And all of this that I have in my room, it would be neatly organized, obviously. But without any other, topics interfering into the main topic that I have been trying to just, talk about. But I just kind of feel like I'm just going off topic here. But the point is, it's a new chapter. I am considering on getting that apartment, and of course it all depends if it's even there. I really hope so. Any apartment will do. Honestly, I just don't care at this rate. All of this that's been going on here, it's not doing well for me, and I just can't really stand it anymore, especially with all these dogs and, my mom not wanting to do anything with them, my dad, you know, doing things he wants to do, things he wants his way. Yeah, that does not work for me. But that's why I mentioned that it would benefit me so much, because I'm being independent. I have my own privacy, and well, you already know that a lot of good things happen when you are independent, okay? But that's where, life can be a little more challenging because you're on your own. But hey, life is a challenge anyways. But of course, it's in a different way. So do wish me luck, guys. I will have to get back to you all on that update if I qualify. So please wish me luck, because this will help me so much. And I'm still doing that thing with my aunt. And just letting you know, in that animation video with me getting petted, that was my aunt, because she's the one who actually had been comforting me, because I had been suffering mentally. I haven't been eating the way I should be. I've been stress eating, and I'm kind of, it doesn't show right now, but I've been having like a little breakout right here. Like, I've been getting like, I don't know, it's some skin irritation. I don't know, but I am starting to form that, and I know I packed on weight, and I'm not happy with it, because once again, it's all this stress that's going on. And I understand college stretch, okay? I said stretch, I meant stress. But with this unnecessary stuff, with all these dogs, it's not necessary. But anyways, guys, so that is it for the video. I just thought I'd let you know what recently happened or what's going on. Like I mentioned, I do want to also provide these, constant journal entries. What's new, what's this or that. But again, it's not a guarantee, because I'm still living here, and things always seem to just pop up whenever I have something that I want to do, or I've been wanting to do. Alright, well, that cuts it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to catch you guys later. Goodbye.